What would you do if a stray dog refused to leave an unknown grave in your village cemetery? This is the touching and incredible story of Rex, a dog who saved the life of a young man buried alive. Stay tuned until the end because what the police found in the cemetery will leave you speechless and will change your view of our four-legged friends forever. Before you start, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss other exciting and touching stories like this one. It was a quiet Sunday morning in the village of Speranza, when Luisa, a 17-year-old girl, went to the cemetery to visit her mother's grave. With a bouquet of fresh flowers in her hand, she immediately noticed something strange. Rex, the village stray dog, did not move away from an unknown grave, protecting it with all his strength. Rex, a dog known and loved by all the villagers, was known for his loyalty and free spirit. He was a dog that roamed freely around the village, but was always present in the hearts of all the inhabitants. Since he was a puppy, Rex had shown an incredible ability to understand human emotions, becoming a sort of silent guardian for everyone. But that morning was different. He was determined to protect that tomb at all costs. His eyes were fixed, his posture tense, and he would growl slightly at anyone who came too close. Luisa, worried and curious, called the cemetery manager, Giuseppe, a middle-aged man with years of experience. Together they decided to call the police. The entire village gathered at the cemetery, speculating on what could be so important in that grave. When the police began to dig, the tension was palpable. The discovery was shocking. Inside the coffin, they found a young boy, alive but tied and gagged. Rex had saved that boy's life, keeping hope alive until help arrived. As the policeman extracted the young man from the coffin, Luisa watched with her heart in her throat. The boy, Marco, was visibly traumatized but alive. Rex, who had been defensive until then, approached Marco and began licking his face, as if to reassure him that he was safe. The first questions began to arise among those present: who was Marco and how did he end up there? The villagers, moved by Rex's determination, approached to offer help. It was at that moment that Marco was able to speak and explain his incredible story. Marco revealed that he had been kidnapped by a criminal gang. His father, Roberto, a millionaire and tech magnate, had refused to cooperate with them in a shady business. As revenge, they kidnapped Marco, burying him alive in the cemetery of Speranza. Rex, the stray dog loved by everyone, had seen everything and understood that something terrible was happening. The usually peaceful and united community of Speranza was shaken to its foundations. Everyone came together to offer support and comfort to Marco, while the authorities launched a thorough investigation. Roberto, as soon as he learned that his son had been found alive, rushed to the village to hug Marco and thank all those who had contributed to the rescue, especially Rex. Roberto's gratitude did not stop at words. He donated a considerable sum to the village, building a modern community center and improving the quality of life for all residents. The new center, equipped with a library, spaces for sports and cultural activities, and a medical center, became the beating heart of the community. Rex, the village hero, continued to live among the people he loved, becoming a symbol of hope and courage. Every day, Rex received visits and caresses from all the villagers, who could not help but tell and relive that extraordinary story. Rex's story spread quickly, attracting national media attention. Journalists and television crews arrived in Speranza to tell the incredible story of the dog who had saved a life. The images of Rex next to Marco, the boy he had saved, went around the world, moving millions of people. Despite his sudden fame, Rex remained the same simple, loving dog he had always been. He continued to wander around the village, but now with an aura of heroism that made him even more special in everyone's eyes. People came from far and wide to meet Rex, the dog who showed the world what loyalty truly meant. What do you think? Do animals have a sixth sense that we don't understand? Leave a comment below and let us know your opinion. But the story doesn't end there. After the rescue, the community of Speranza grew even stronger. Roberto, deeply grateful for the rescue of his son, decided to stay in touch with the village and start several charitable projects. He organized fundraising events, helping to further improve local infrastructure. Meanwhile, Rex continued to be the guardian of the village. Once Marco's life was saved, it seemed that his protective spirit had intensified. Whenever anyone in the village needed help, Rex was always there, ready to step in. Rex and Marco's story also inspired others to do more for animals. Roberto became an ardent supporter of animal welfare organizations, donating generously to shelters and associations that cared for abandoned and abused animals. His example encouraged others to do the same, creating a wave of generosity and love for animals across the country. The incredible story of a dog who protects a grave, saves a life, and unites a community is a powerful example of the unbreakable bond between humans and animals. Rex proved that loyalty and courage can come from the most unexpected places, touching everyone's hearts. His story inspired the creation of statues and murals in his honor, depicting the moment he saved Marco. These works of art became landmarks, visited by people from all over the world who came to pay homage to the dog who had changed the lives of an entire community. Every year, the Village of Hope celebrated Rex Day, a special holiday dedicated to him and all the heroic animals. During this day, community events, performances and fundraisers for Roberto's foundation took place. The festival became a moment of unity and reflection for all the inhabitants, reminding them of the importance of taking care of animals and others. Rex and Marco's story reminds us that even in the darkest of times, an unexpected hero can emerge to remind us of the true meaning of love and loyalty. Their story demonstrates that the connection between humans and animals is deep and significant, capable of overcoming any barrier. And you, have you ever lived an extraordinary story with an animal? Tell us in the comments, we are curious to read your experiences. If this story moved you, we invite you to watch this video that we have selected for you. Thank you for following us. See you next time with another story that will touch your heart.